Hi everyone, welcome back to another For Those Who Go video. This channel is where we discuss and learn new skills around the topic of design and development. If you want to grow your skills and learn new things that's coming up, please like, share, and please do subscribe for more. In this video, we'll be building and discussing about how we can create a dead simple dynamic accordion in React. We'll be implementing some basic concepts of React inbuilt hooks and create an UI accordion. Let's take a look at what we'll be building. So we'll be building this simple UI accordion, and this is dead simple to implement. And I just have grabbed, a bunch of questions from the internet. Which generally consists of some blockchain questions. And if we click on one accordion, we can see the answers, and one at a time, you can see one answers at a time, and you can also click to toggle back in. So we'll be creating this simple UI accordion, and without any delay, let's get started. So let's bring in our VS Code here, and inside of our terminal, we want to navigate to our desired product directory. So let's go to documents, and inside all files, and in this particular folder, we can create a new file from npx create react app, and that would be the project name would be React Accordion. And by the way, thanks to Fig, which is a CLI based auto suggesting tool. So please check out Fig, it's great. All right, after the project has been scaffolded for us, we are ready to dive in. Now, first of all, let's start trimming down the files that we won't be needing. So we will delete this app.css for now, and also inside of index, let's keep it this, and we won't be like writing tests for now as well. So inside of our app, I want to delete everything and just have accordion right here, and we will also be deleting this logo. And let's take a look at the browser app.css. Okay, we also have deleted that, so let's save it, and everything looks fine. Let's bring up our console and start writing our simple UI accordion. So before we start, I will just add a new folder and call it components. Inside that components folder, we will create a new file and call it accordion.jsx, and inside here we will start writing our simple accordion. So let's create a function and call it accordion, and this is a function that returns some JSX. So I will just add an empty fragment for now, and also later on we need to export this. So export default accordion, and inside here we will add a div. So inside that div we will create another div, and the div for this class name could be given container. So we want everything to be inside of container. So inside of another div here, we will add a span, and that span can be a class name of accordion title, which can be simple text of frequently asked questions. And after this span, let's also create h1, and let's add let's answer some of your question, and we are okay with this div. Now inside another div, we will give it a class name of accordion or accordion FAQ, and close this div. So inside of this accordion, we will map out some data. So for the data part, I will just hard coding the data and adding it here. So this can be just any response that you get from the external API, or you can pass down as a prop to this accordion component right here. So this data, so I will loop down this data right here. That would be data collection.map, and we will map down the item and index of it. So that would be index. So let's also create another div, and inside this div we can add that index as a key. So let's add index as a key, and later on we can add some on-click handler to this one. So for now we can just print out everything that we have in the data that we just added. So h3 can be item.question. So item is the item that we are looping through. So item.questions, or it's just question. We can wrap this in another div. Let's call it Accordion FAQ hitting, and we can grab this s3 and stick it inside of here. So we are pretty much okay with this div. So now let's create another div. So inside of another div we want to just add a div for now and add a span tag where we can class name would be vertical, and we can just add a minus sign for now. You can also add some icons if you need, and we will conditionally render this minus or plus sign later on. And after this we will also need to print out the answers that we have. So that would be inside of div, and let's add a p tag, and inside this p tag we will add item dot answer and format this. So basically we are just looping down the data collection and printing out the questions and the answers. So let's save this, and let's import this accordion inside of our main app.js file. So inside here we want to import accordion from components accordion, and let's add this accordion tag inside here. So this should work for now, and as you can see here we have listed and looped down all the question and answers. So this is working fine as expected. So what can we do here is we can introduce use that hook, so that we need to track the state of the accordion opened and closed. So import React and also use state hook from React. So here should be comma, and after importing this use state hook we want to track the accordion. So let's create a constant, and let's add accordion as first variable name and set accordion as a second variable name, and that would be used it, and we would like to start from -1 first. -1 because -1 is like we don't have anything, nothing is selected from this array, so -1 would be not from this array. And let's also add some on-click handler to our toggle buttons here. So our inside of this index, let's add on-click. We can call this on-click handler toggle accordion and pass down index. So let's also create that function here. So function toggle accordion that takes an index and set accordion or set active accordion. Let's say accordion set active accordion, which would be this. And we haven't really used this accordion, so we want to add our styles conditionally. So inside of our s3 we want to add a class name and give like accordion is strictly equal to the index, then set a class of active. If it's not, then it should be nothing. And also we want to add our plus and minus sign here conditionally. So if it's accordion is strictly equal to index accordion is strictly is equal to index, then render this piece of JSX. If not, render this piece of JSX. And inside here, we want to add some fragments for now. So we will just add this, and this minus can go here, and plus can be here. So let's format this, and this is looking as expected. All right, so let's save it and let's take a look at the browser. So everything looks fine. First, initially we have add. So if we click on it, it is subtracted, and it should be add again. So let's add some conditional, like for the answers as well. For the answers, we want to add a class name to our paragraph, and so the condition would be if accordion as index, then the same thing that we have here, but if not, then we will add inactive class to this. So let's format this as well. One thing is we haven't really added our CSS styles as active and inactive. So inside of our index.js, rather than writing all the styles, I'll just grab the styles that I've pretty much created and replace all the styles here. So the main thing that needs to be noted inside of our styles here is just the active and inactive class, which is display none and display of block. If active, display block; if inactive, display none. That's basically it that we have, and we want to save it. And if you take a look, it should be something like this, which is working as expected. All right, so another thing that we can further leverage is the plus minus sign is working fine, but it should be aligned here, which is fine. It's a styling problem. I'll be fixing up later, but let's add, if we click on this again, if it's open, if we click on the open thing again, then it collapses. So for that, it's straightforward. We can just add a conditional inside of our toggle accordion function. So inside here, we will just add a if statement. If index is strictly equal to accordion, what we want to do is we want to set active accordion to -1. So everything should be closed if the index is strictly equal to the accordion, which is the accordion that's currently set on the state of accordion. So and we want to return our function right here. So let's format this and let's see it in the browser. Let's hit a refresh, and it's working as expected. All right, so I'll also add a bit of styles to our tags here. So I've already added some styles. So if you take a look at the browser, then this looks something like this. So you could further add animation if you want to, and also add some decent icons here, and also add some animations in plus and minus as well. So I'll just stop everything for now, and one thing that we could do is if we hit a refresh, then we can see everything has been closed initially. So if we want to open up the first thing when we open up, or we can also add 0 index to this so that it opens up the first accordion at first, and if it's reload, it's open up the first accordion and we can see other accordions. So if we want to add 1 here, it opens up the second accordion. So this is basically it. So guys, in this video we learned about how we can create a dead simple dynamic accordion with React. I hope you learned something new from this. If you guys want to learn more around the topic of design and development, please like, share and subscribe with a click down below. Thanks a lot guys. See you in the next one.